Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your reading for Thursday, September 6th. I hope everybody's feeling well. Not as bright and sunny this morning here in Australia. It's very overcast, so I've had to put the light on this morning so you can see what's going on. So the cards do get a bit glary when I do that, but we'll get there. So thank you very much to those who've subscribed to my channel. I'm very humbled by your presence. I really do think it's wonderful. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you on board. Please join me. Cards I'm using today are the After Tarot. Oh my goodness, that's a good start. After Tarot by Julia Massaglia. I might have a change again tomorrow. I've been trying to use some different decks to get some nice variation on my readings. They all have very different messages. So, okay. I think I've remembered everything. Beautiful. We're cutting the deck. And on the bottom, we have the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is an energy of bickering, spitefulness. It can be an internal energy as well as external. So it could mean that you've got people around you at the moment who are jealous and spiteful, wanting to cause fights. There's definitely unrest here. But sometimes this can just be something that you're creating in your own mind. So even though it's a Wands energy, it's very, very much also about, you know, creating problems and issues yourself that aren't necessary. So that's what that's all about. So we'll start with that energy. Okay, first card out is the King of Swords. Oh my goodness, I put it right in the right place this morning, so I don't have to chase it round. King of Swords. So this is a man who is very forthright. He knows who he is. He knows where he's coming from. He's very comfortable with what he says. He's probably a little outspoken. He's definitely there to tell the truth. He's not going to beat around the bush with you. Now, it can represent a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but he can also be somebody who is, he can be a doctor or a surgeon. He can be a lawyer, someone in a position of power where his words are really important. But also with this sword, you know that he can do other things with the sword. So he's quite ready to cut people out who don't serve him. You know, as I said, he could be a surgeon. He could be anything in that regard. So let's see how we're going with this. Okay, so the next card out is the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords people see as the sneaky, deceitful card. It's hard to know already what's in this reading, but with the King of Swords here, it could talk about someone who's being sneaky with you. So it's not always a cheating card or anything like that, but it may be that you have this King of Swords currently, and it could be a woman too. So even though it's a king, it can be the energy of a woman. Whoever this person is, it feels like they're not being honest with you at the moment. I think they're a truth teller, but I feel like something they're doing isn't above board. So please keep an eye on this. I'll get some more cards to see because it's coming through with very strong energy. Okay, so when we have the Six of Pentacles, now the Six of Pentacles calls for balance. It could be that you're in a very balanced place at this time. It almost feels like this has a financial feel to it. So I'm thinking these two cards with this card are making me think this could be a work thing. It could be something to do with business. You maybe have somebody dodgy around you at the moment with money and business, but it also could be somebody at work who's being perhaps unfair or deceitful, because it feels like it's sort of challenging this feeling of balance. So it could be a bit more of a career read this morning. Next card out, oh yeah, rightio. So it looks like a lot of you have had problems and issues at work. Maybe you've been underpaid for a while. It could be that this person you've been working for has actually been ripping you off. It may not have been paying you what you were worth. Whatever it is, there's a decision here to move away. You've had enough. This person, whoever you're working for here, be it male or female, is not a fair and balanced person at work. They only see one side of things. They're either there to make money and they don't really care about you, or, you know, you're not valuable to them anyway. So definitely you moving out here to look for something new, something different. Yeah, it's been causing you sleepless nights. You know, sometimes when we're not treated with the respect we deserve, and sometimes when we're not valued, it can create a lot of problems with our self-esteem. And this sort of sitting up at night killing your own demons is exactly the sort of feeling it gives you if people aren't appreciating who you are. So somebody here is feeling very unappreciated at the moment. Okay, the Page of Pentacles looks at, you know, a message coming in about money. So it could be that you've already applied for other jobs, very likely here. It also can be the start of something new. Maybe you choose to go back to study. Maybe you choose to change your career path. Some of those things are fairly evident. I like the little guy in this picture. He's a bit cute, isn't he? But whatever it is, you are re-looking at what you're currently doing to bring something new in. So maybe this is the opportunity for you to go and do something you've wanted to do rather than be forced into something you don't want to do. Okay, and the High Priestess comes in next. So I'd be saying to you that there's definitely, and you can feel it rumbling in your gut, this is definitely the time for you to start moving towards whatever it is you love. Your intuition is not steering you wrongly. There's a need here for you to return to something, or start thinking about what satisfies you, because it feels like to me like you're doing this job because the money's good, but you need to start thinking about, is it what you want to do? The last thing you need to be done, you don't want to be treated like shit when you go to work, and it feels like people are being treated really badly in this. It has a very heavy energy of people getting ripped off and not treated with the respect they deserve. So do listen to your intuition there. Okay, the next card in is the Nine of Cups. Now, in the after tarot here, it shows a man who's had way too much to eat. He's gluttonous, and he's, you know, over the top gluttonous. But what I want to say to you is, for me, this feels like it's the wish come true. So it is the card of the wish. And it feels like whatever it is that you've chosen to do by walking away from this past experience is really bringing in this feeling with your intuition that you've done the right thing, and your wishes, your ships are coming in basically, which is what we see here in the Three of Wands. So there's a definite feeling here that you've made the right decision in the High Priestess to move on. Yes, you're worth so much more than people are giving you, you know, the time of day for. So altogether, it's looking like a very positive reading. And look at this. Out comes the Six of Wands. Ta-da! So for me, this says you are definitely moving in the right direction. You're following your heart. You're stopping these sleepless nights. You're giving yourself the opportunity to go back into, and I don't know why I keep saying back into. Maybe you knew what you should be doing before and you've moved into something else. It's a return to, that's what it feels like, a return to something you loved, or a return to something you were trained in but you haven't done. But it's a return for a lot of people. Now, the Page of Pentacles can bring something new in too. So for others, it may be something brand new. But I just feel it's something that your heart was in, that you've skipped off and done something completely different because you needed the money. And look at this. Wow, I cannot make this shit up. This is the Star card. This is your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, everything coming to you. Amazing end to a reading. So beautiful. So whatever it is you're after, today's the day to go after it. You don't have to think twice about it. You know me, I love a good story. I love a good ending. Who doesn't love a good ending? Fabulous read. Okay. Let's get an oracle card. Oh, that one wants to come out. Okay. This here says unity, and it talks about a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace and hope. You radiate and attract great love. Now, I get the feeling in this reading too, I don't think it is a love reading. It doesn't feel like a love reading. It could be if you can relate it to your love life. I think what the card is getting to is the fact that, you know, you need to find peace, hope, love and everything in your in everyday things, not just in your love life. This is about you finding this in your, your heart, through your work, through everything you do. We're not here to be unhappy. So please, if you're making this decision to move on, the universe definitely has your back here. Thanks, everyone.